What is your go-to song at the bar? Fire up that playlist as we join Ion and Jersey Joe with more bar talk live on the Brew.
All right, so everybody has a go-to song when you first sit down at the bar. You want to hear something on a jukebox or something to put you in a good mood. Joel, what's your go-to song at the bar?
Anything by Ludacris will definitely make me happy right away. But if you're going to go with the easiest one is All I Do Is Win. Like, everybody knows the words. It was a huge hit. When it first came out, I was visiting Vegas, and I went to a club with these girls. It was on the Strip. And I remember we were dancing in the club, and foam was, like, shooting out all over the crowd. Like bubble bath foam was just flying out everywhere, and the disco ball was going crazy. And it was, like, right when that song came out. And everybody just lost it. And ever since then, I would go with that. But there's so many good answers to this question. I'm sure we're going to get a bunch of them. I'll keep mine short and just say that, but I could give you like at least 100 answers for this.
You went to a foam party? That's pretty cool.
It was in a club. I didn't expect it to be a foam party. It just happened. And it was like, oh my God. Everybody starts dancing.
I've never gone to one of those. I'd go. I'd try it one time. I've never done that. Just got to make sure I protect my eyes from the foam like contacts, but I would try it. All right, well, my go-to song, and you know what it is, Joel, and you've heard 100 times, it's Strokin' by Clarence Carter. It is kind of an offensive song.
Strokin'.
Yeah. But growing up back home, like, all the jukeboxes had it, in the 80s and 90s. So it was ever back home in Western Pennsylvania. It was a common thing to put that on. And it would immediately, the song's kind of a vulgar song because it is about stroking, but it puts everybody into a good mood. It's got a good beat. Yes, it's totally from the 70s, not appropriate for today's audiences at all. But even when I was out and about this weekend, I played at the local bar here. They had the jukebox on. Everybody's like, damn it, Joe, there's that song again. It's a great reaction, though. So when you hear that song stroking, you think of me.
They know you're in the bar. They know someone is in the bar doing that. They don't know if it's you necessarily, unless it's your friend, but they're definitely suspicious of you.
Oh yeah, I mean, as soon as that song starts, like doom, doom, like people immediately hear all my friends know right away within like 3 seconds because it has such a distinct open to that song. They're like, damn it, Joe. So, but yeah, you're right. We got our friends here have a lot of great answers. So let's get to them right now. What's your go-to song at the bar? Let's find out. O'Hara's, either Joel or Alan put this down. 2 girls, 1 mug. Rock for Guitar says Up Against the Wall. Rudy says Hot for Teacher by Van Halen. And Lucy Boo says Closing Time. Ooh, now here, Closing Time, at least in the New Jersey, New York area, when they put that song on the bar, it pretty much is closing time. The lights come up and it's time to get your ass out of there. They want you to go home.
Of course. There's always a message behind every song. You can use them to your advantage.
More of your suggestions. Andrew says Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody. Todd sends out George Thorogood, 1 bourbon, 1 scotch, 1 beer. Warlock Weirdo sends out Journey, Don't Stop Believin'. That is absolutely a New Jersey answer if I've ever heard one. You put Journey on here, you're like, yeah, Hoboken.
Yeah, the thing with Journey is I didn't really mind the music. Journey, Sublime, who else kind of falls into that? Guns N' Roses. So those bands, I didn't mind their music when I was growing up. But then they got played at every single bar ever. And I was like, okay, I can't handle another song by any of these artists ever again. For the rest of my life, I'll be happy if I never hear Journey again.
The one thing I hate when some of these DJs play, if it's a DJ, not a jukebox, playing Journey, they'll cut the song off and let you keep singing. I don't want to hear the bad girls singing in the bar. Like, anywhere, just play the damn song. It's not fun. It's not.
You don't want to hear someone scream "Living on a Prayer" of a bunch of
Yeah, I'll go to K-Town here in New York City and get that and go to karaoke night if I really want that. Yeah. No, hard pass on that. Real Treats tweets, he says, depends on what kind of bar I'm in, but usually I go for Tin Pan Alley by Stevie Ray Vaughan. And finally, Starman says, anything but Bieber, but who doesn't love a good 80s night? Damn right, who doesn't love a good 80s night? That should be go-to song music for a bar.
I was born in the 80s, so all that's just stuff that was made before me. I don't understand the cultural context from the same point of view. You have to kind of grow up like with that being your prime. Like, that's the voice of your generation. Whoever is like, when you're becoming a teenager / young 20-something, that's the voice of your generation, whoever's popular at that time. So if anybody says the 80s, I can't relate to that.
I was young in the 80s too. I didn't become a teenager until I was in my 90s, so I do like 90s music. But the 80s music, it's something fun about that decade. Life was a little bit easier back then. I know everybody says that as you get older, but even the Yankees do 80s in the 8th. So, and it gets everybody going, and it's a lot of fun music. So I think that's the whole thing behind that. It's not like the hard, Vietnam War songs of the 70s, everybody's getting doped up. The 60s, sock hop stuff. The 90s, love power ballads. It's just like a nice kind of comfortable mix for everyone.
I think maybe like 2 years from now, not 2 years, maybe like 2 decades from now, when I go to Yankee Stadium with you, you're gonna be really old at that point. I'll be pretty old too, but if they do a 2000s night, that'll be the 80s night for me. But it's gonna have to be like 20 years from now.
We'll officially be old when they say, hey, how about the music of the 2010s? Remember that decade? That was great. Pre-COVID, life was simple. Yeah, that's all. But it's nice to know there's a wide variety of music here. Got a wide variety of your songs as well. And there's also a wide variety. And you click that like, subscribe button down below for the wide variety here on the Jersey Joe 50 YouTube channel. 4 big shows of really wide variety, waiting for you each and every week. Another bad tie in there. But, I did the 80s
It's not that bad.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, what do you have? What do you have? That is
It's called Shore Break. I don't know if that's available out there or not. I don't know where this is available. I just saw it on when I get my alcohol delivered, and I just like saw it on there. I was like, oh yeah, they're $10. You get 12 of them. I'm like, oh, that's better than Bud Light. It's fine.
I've not seen that here. It's not available in the East Coast at all. And what kind of music does it inspire you to?
Before you say that.
Well, what kind of music does it inspire you to want to play then? What's it make you want to hear?
This is pretty fruity, so probably something you would like. Actually, you know what? I'm surprised you didn't say Imagine Dragons. I'm surprised you didn't bring them up at all.
I do love the Imagine Dragons. Yes, I love hearing them at the bar, but Strokin' for me is like the classic go-to Jersey Joe song. So I had to pick one. I can give you a whole playlist here. I mean, we've just given our audience a great playlist of suggestions right now to load up your Touch Tunes jukebox next time you're out. But no, I Imagine Dragons, absolutely. Whatever it takes, you put that on, yeah, I could lose my shit.
There was a time where I was in the bar and I heard Strokin' come on, and then I heard Imagine Dragons come on. And it was when me and Joe were in Denver, and I was like, you bastard, I know exactly what you did.
Yeah. You buzzed me a few times, too. I love it when you can like quietly on the app on your phone load up the jukebox, and hopefully nobody sees you doing it. That's... Yeah, it's like a game, exactly. Yeah. All right, well, hey, thanks for all your great answers. Hope you enjoy our playlist here at the bar. Let us know how it goes for you. Jersey Joe Ion saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time, I hope.
Check out another collection of funny and real 911 calls from New York City via the Citizen app. Streaming now on Kicking Back with Jersey Joe.